The most important things people will ever purchase will not be purchased to their prices. No, never. These things will be purchased for one of two reasons. One, the feeling that comes with the purchase. See, the relationship that exists between the buyer and the seller. No one had ever bought an insurance package because it was too expensive or cheap. You may be thinking that is not true because why would someone who bought an initial package decide to upgrade it to a more expensive one? When you look closer at the decision, you will see that the answer is simple, and the answer is supported by a bunch of factors. But to avoid deviating, I'm talking about things that are off topic. I will summarize in just one sentence. The more expensive package makes the buyer feel safer than the cheaper one did. It is just that simple. They felt it will be better because it covers a lot more, and that makes it a lot safer. As a coach, you would have met a bunch of home service business providers that are compared to you that they are barely breaking in despite the fact that their pricing is fair or even arguably the fairest in the market in their town and neighborhood. But despite this, the business down the street or a few blocks over is accounting for more than 60% of all the sales in the neighborhood, even when their business is trading up to 3 times what the fair price is. Think back for a second. Home service business owners with this sort of problem are not rare, and I am sure you have dealt with them more times than you can count at this point. So what do you do first when you consult with this kind of business owner? What are the first questions you ask this business owner? If I'm not wrong, I would say to something along the lines of, what is the relationship between you and those who want to be your customers? How valuable are you to these people? How valuable are you to these people that have made no purchase from you whatsoever? What have you done to support them? Have you ever supported them? How would you define the relationship you have with these prospects? Most importantly, do they know you? Maybe in the first few questions, the business owner you are consulting with will be nodding their head and saying yes to every question you ask them so far. Until you hit them with the question, do they know you? Your clients might get the concept at this point and see, of course they do. I gave them flyer harassment, and I have the biggest billboard at the entrance of the town. Depending on the answers this business owner provides you, you will try to do a comparison of your end client and the competitor in their area. You'll find out where your client is doing well, where your client is doing just enough, and where your client is not signing at all. And you will try to get an helicopter view of the operations of the competitor. Nothing too crazy though. I mean, you're the expert. With all this information you have gotten, you now have a detailed understanding of your client's shortcoming, and now you can tailor a plan for them. A plan that will help them view that fits the relationship they have with their community, which will eventually become their client base. A plan that will fully put your clients in the community space and let the community know that. A home service businesses are not price dependent. Home service businesses are more relationship dependent and they are price dependent. And this is even more so for the coaches providing guidance for these businesses. The community now knows the client. They know he is one middle-aged kid that has a shop that provides cleaning services at one end of the town. They don't know his name, and they still don't care enough to want to make a purchase from him. That's because they don't like him yet. It takes something for us. It takes something at all for us to grab our affiliate card and debit card to make purchases of Amazon and Apple. I need to get a new phone that costs $2,000. That you worth $2,000. Apple says put in your card number and it will be delivered. There's nothing to think about. It's done immediately. Amazon too. Buy a $500 kitchen knife set. In 2 seconds I put on my card number. I didn't think of it much. We like Apple and we like Amazon. But we don't particularly like the fact that we have to fit in our card numbers to know these purchases. You can say the same person that wants a day cleaning at their house. They would like to get their house clean and be rid of dirt. But they don't like your client that is the middle-aged man at the corner of the town offering house cleaning services well enough to want him to do the cleaning of their own house. But he is the cheapest, you say. Yes, it might be the cheapest, but he is not liked enough for people to care about the pricing of the service. What would you have your clients do at this point? People know your client exists, but people don't like him enough to care why he exists. They don't even like him at all. At this point, it's clear that price is not the problem. Your client is a home service business owner. In this case, a home cleaning service business. The people your clients open to clean for will have to open their homes to your clients for hours on end. Sometimes, some cleaning jobs even take up the days. We're the experts. This is something you need very, very much. They will be exposing they will be exposing their family to your clients. They will be exposing their faith to your clients. They will be exposing their habits and lifestyle to your clients. They need to know your clients won't fry their stuff. If they can't know this, they need to like your clients well enough to think that your clients won't fry their stuff. They need to know your clients won't judge their lifestyle. If they can't know with certainty in that minute, they need to feel safe enough with your clients. That is the whole point of getting the customer base to like your client as their service provider. Now the focus of you and your clients goes from getting name to getting likes. Now your clients need to start providing value to the community. Weekly cleaning tips, free estimates, free cleaning consultations. I don't know much about cleaning, but I hope you get what I'm saying. Now your client has gone from getting known in his community to getting likes. He has done the hardest part of it all. Now to move to getting trusted well enough to being purchased from. There really isn't much to be done in the way of getting trusted at this point, because your client has done all the work that is needed to earn the trust of sale. To earn the trust of sale, it now comes out to how long he can keep this up. However long he can keep it up is however long his business will keep going. More word of mouth as time goes on and more repair. That is if we keep this up long enough. Everything I have spoken about FIPA is not just for home service business owners. It is also applicable to home service business coaches. The only difference here is I am making a reference to starting and having a YouTube channel for home service business coaches. Start a YouTube channel today and you start gaining traction and getting name in the first 30 days. And in the next 30 days, in as much as you are providing low value, you'll be liked well enough that business owners will be reaching out for inquiries and booking calls. But unlike my example where growth may start plateauing as soon as your client stopped providing free value to his community, the growth of the YouTube channel never plateaus. Because if you keep being accessible to business owners searching for many years to come, and one video today can keep bringing clients from and one video today can keep bringing clients many years from now. I have a free PDF in the description here of the Simple YouTube plan. It's a free guide on how to set up and start your own YouTube channel from scratch and start getting clients in the next 90 days. And if you think figuring out and implementing a simple little plan yourself will beat you out of a hassle for you, but you are serious about wanting to start your own channel, send an email to the address in the descriptions and I will show you exactly how you can run your own channel, spending only 2 hours every night.